Cool.
Well, we're live. We just don't have anybody showing up yet.
Yeah.
But it's only been a second or two.
Yeah.
So
So
you're
put bets on who's going to be here first, or
Viv Nurse.
Spivey?
Yeah. Somebody is here. Who is it? Who's the lucky winner? Oh, there's two. Rhonda's here. Rhonda would have been my next one. Oh, Spivey is here. So I'm wondering which one was here first. Rhonda spoke up first. She wins today. Hello, everybody. Our regulars are showing up. Our faithful. That's good. Well, this is our 4th episode. Who would have thought we'd make it this far?
Not me.
Well, you still, the jury's still out on you, buddy. You might not have made it.
I might cark it the halfway through.
Yeah. You're getting sick every minute.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know what happened.
Well, we got 4. All right, that's officially it. That's all we need. We need to start. All right.
Yeah, true.
So, how was your day so far?
That was all right.
You woke up sick?
So far, I've literally just woken up. I think, like, it makes it worse that my girlfriend is, like, the probably the worst person to sleep next to. Regards, like, she steals blankets, and I'm already sick. So she just go, oh, good night, and kiss me, and then roll over and take 90% of the blankets with her. So I woke up freezing cold and still sick.
Oh, that's right. It's getting cold there, right?
So, yeah, it's like the weird thing about Australia is it doesn't matter how hot it is during the day. By the time the sun goes down at night, it's freezing here.
Really? I didn't know that.
End up with like a evil stepsister and talking stone man, and it's frozen.
Huh. I didn't know that. Were you just referring to like Frozen or something? Were you?
Yeah.
You watch too many cartoons.
It's surprising, isn't it?
Well, yesterday I had the range, so I had to qualify with the shotgun and the pistol and all that other crap. It was a long day. But I am off. I was off today, so it was a good day. And now we're gonna talk about energy drinks, both like bulletproof coffee, MCT oil, like Matt was talking about. And Zip Fizzes, which are a lot of people don't know about Zip Fizzes, but this is it right here.
Yeah, I haven't seen them before.
You haven't? They're neat.
No, I saw them on your page, but that's the first time I.
They're just basically they're vitamins and Pop Rocks mixed together. Do you remember Pop Rocks?
Yeah.
They kind of have that taste,
Barocca.
but they don't crackle. Or it's not like the crackly part. And I think it's the same company that came out with them. I don't know. I can't remember. But that's it.
Yeah, right.
We'll talk about them. Lots of vitamins in them. Lots.
Sounds similar to Barocca.
Yeah, and there's only, it says on here, I don't know, 20 calories. It's not so bad. 20 calories.
Nice.
Can that be read there? I doubt it. But that's it. It's a good choice. It's a good energy drink. So if, like, say you don't want to get that caffeine boost, or you don't want, you're just not looking to make a hot coffee or even the labor of making a cold one, these little Zip Fizzes are awesome.
Yeah.
And
you don't want to get the blender out.
Yeah, you just stick one in your pocket and they stir up. This is one right here, actually. And this flavor is black cherry, I think.
Ooh.
0 sugar.
Do they come in?
What's that? Oh, they come in all different flavors.
Do they come in other flavors?
Yeah, there's like an orange one, there's a grape one, there's a cherry one. So it's really good.
To see if I can find it in Australia. I doubt it.
This is one too. This is another one.
Maybe in 10 years.
Actually, which
one?
one?
A raspberry one or something.
Yeah, this is the one I'm drinking now. This is the black cherry one.
Yeah.
This is a sick-free zone, man. You can't be sick. And then this is actually the orange cream one. This one. So this is the orange cream.
Right.
Hey, Jason. Jason's showing off his abs earlier this week.
Did what?
He was showing off his abs. He's getting abs already.
Oh. He said he was shaving them off.
No, shaving them off. No, he's adding to them. He's achieving his goal of the keto diet. So he's doing really well. Proud of him.
Awesome.
Yeah, so these are the Zip Fizzes. These are an energy choice. I know a lot of people had questions on them before. They're not gonna mess with your fast, so don't worry about that. They are a lot of vitamins, which it depends on
I guess you
you.
got to talk about that as well.
What's that?
Does bulletproof coffee, like butter in your coffee, you reckon that would inhibit your fast as well, or start off
Yeah, that one
break
that's
your
gonna
fast?
break your fast. So if people are fasting and doing bulletproof coffee, no, it's not a good idea, because you can have coffee with maybe stevia, because stevia doesn't react into your blood system, and like it gets all the way down into your lower GI before it even starts doing anything to your body.
Yeah.
So
But the butter would start all the enzymes to start digestion and all that sort of stuff.
right,
Yeah, I
right.
get that.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's stevia. That's why stevia doesn't really spike your insulin. It's one of those go to sweeteners. Um, 4 meals in 162 hours. Damn, Jason, that's not a lot of food.
Must be big meals.
I would hope. I would hope. Last time I seen my abs was warning light in the dashboard. ABS. Oh, that's funny. Funny. Good night.
Good work, man.
Comes up with some funny ones, huh? Anyway, I did that live yesterday with Tristan from Guatemala. Or not Guatemala, from Ecuador. Did you get to see it?
Yeah, I watched it yesterday or last night.
Man, I tried to get him on the
face.
I tried to get him on Facebook, and yeah, man, you're sick as a dog. Here, drink plenty of fluids and go back to bed. Yeah,
Yeah, I got the black lung.
it's Saturday there, right?
Yeah. Right after this, I got to go to like a mandatory first aid thing for work.
Yeah.
I'm going to be walking in.
Did you miss work yesterday?
Hey?
Did you miss work yesterday?
No.
Why do you have a mandatory for work?
Sorry?
Why does that have to be mandatory for you?
Oh, you need it. It's like a requirement of our job to have a first aid certificate.
Oh,
We
really?
work with people with disabilities and vulnerable people, and
Gotcha.
here I am walking in sick as a dog, coughing and spluttering like sick seal.
Well, anyway, I had him on, and
Yeah.
I tried to get him on Facebook, and Facebook wouldn't allow it. And we were both commenting that he got zuckered. And then,
The internet gods hated you there
yeah, oh, they were killing him. Like, I could invite anybody in the group except for him and Jason. And Jason I was like, why? I still need to figure that out so that in case it ever comes up again, I'll do it.
too. Yeah.
But he and I ended up doing it the way you and I had to do it. This right here.
Yeah.
This was the only solution I had. So luckily, you and I had already made it through this dilemma and figured this out, or we would have never been able to have him live, which would have been awful.
Oh, yeah. I don't get why the internet hates us so much.
I don't know. I don't know why YouTube doesn't have this whole side-by-side thing either.
Yeah, no idea.
Why? You know, so many people want to do these, and then they just don't have the technology, or they just don't want to, or whatever. I don't know what it is. But
Yeah.
somebody was telling me, no, YouTube has it. I was like, show me. And then they go, and then they text me back, and they're like, oh, damn. He goes, I never noticed. They just don't, do they? And I was like, no. Like, you can do Hangouts. You've heard of Hangouts, right? Where you can try to do this. But Hangouts just keeps flipping you back and forth.
Yeah,
Like
whenever anyone
every
makes
time you
noise,
cough, it's going to flip back to you. And I cough, it'll flip back to me. And, it's just weird. It gets me car sick,
I got the software to do side by side thing and have a background and all that sort of stuff, but I don't have the bandwidth to be able to stream live because I'm in Australia.
Wow.
Where internet comes to die.
Where the internet comes to that. Well, here I have all the internet in the world. I just don't have the technology to back it all up. But you know what? We're getting it done. We're getting it done through this. We're getting the word out. We're getting our message out. We're helping people.
For sure.
I want to talk about bulletproof coffee and my style of bulletproof coffee. I know it's a lot of people are really starting to try it. It's the bulletproof coffee with the egg in it. Have you gave it a shot yet?
I have not.
Don't be afraid
Still
of
an
it.
avid
Yeah.
non-coffee drinker.
Yeah. Oh, that's
A
right.
heathen.
That's right. You hate coffee.
One
Someday
of
when
those people that your mum warned you about.
yeah, someday when you grow up,
Trust anyone that
yeah,
doesn't drink coffee.
yeah, someday when you grow up, and like my sister used to say,
Yeah.
she used to say that to me because I wasn't a coffee drinker either for, geez, longer than you've been alive. Like I probably trying to think when I did start coffee. Hey, Jen, Jen, she's ignoring me. Jenny, Jen, when did I start coffee? When did I start drinking coffee? She's asleep. I don't even know.
Oh. It's almost like Google.
Yeah, it's almost like
Hey,
Alexa. she's my human Alexa. What time is it? The time is, Jenny, what time is it? Anyway,
So you're drinking coffee for a long. Maybe when I'm a big boy, I'll
yeah.
get there.
I think I started drinking coffee when we moved here, and we moved here in 2014. So it was like right after that. So yeah, it hasn't been that long. But she's like a coffee connoisseur, and now I put her to shame. I put her down, and I went and got all the Keurig machines, and I have a Keurig machine. I have an espresso machine. I have a Ninja coffee brewing system that can make a cold coffee. I've got two different Cuisinarts. I have one Cuisinart that's going back right here. This thing was like
what? A Cuisinart?
Yeah, this thing.
Sounds rude.
It is. It's rude. And this thing's a couple $100. Right? Look at this thing, right?
Oh.
It's all metal. It's all metal. It's high tech. Oh look, there's still a coffee thing in there. So this is going back. This thing it took a crap on me like within 30 days. And then they go, well, we don't have them for sale anymore. And I was like, well, that's shocking. So they gave me the refund, and now they gave me a sticker to put on it. Yeah, they gave me a sticker, a shipping label to put on it, and that's it.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, well, I guess I'll just throw it in a box because it doesn't matter if it's padded or anything because it's going back as junk. So yeah, so I was a little disappointed. And the cheap little plastic one I bought like this, still working. Still,
Oh, it's still working.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I went and got that. So now my coffee, I got to have my coffee. So
now you're a full-blown addict.
That's right. Yeah. But what I do for my coffee is and this is a pretty simple one. Some people, you can cut it in half or whatever you want to do. But I do 2 cups of coffee, so it's 2 of those Keurig cups. And then I do 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of the MCT oil. And we talked about MCT oil this week on Facebook. And a lot of people, they do the MCT oil, but they kind of need to know what MCT oil is, all right? So MCT oil is it's like liquid energy, like you were saying. But if it's in there's different components. There's caprylic, and lauric, and those are all the fatty acids that are in it, and that's the same as coconut oil. And they're a C8, a C10, and a C12. Now, the C8 and the C10, they both work like a medium chain triglyceride is supposed to, which means that once you drink it, it doesn't need bile from the liver, which most of your fat does, to convert it into an energy source. It doesn't require that. So it goes into liver.
So it's straight up energy.
Straight up energy, yeah. And then, but the C12 works like a long chain triglyceride, even though they classify it as a medium chain. You have no idea why. But the way it works as a long chain triglyceride. It needs that bile to be processed into energy. So it takes a little while for it to become an energy source. So,
for sure.
Yeah. So if I'm drinking coffee in the morning and I want that boost, I just, boom, I want that MCT oil that doesn't have that C12 in it. Plus, it's better quality stuff usually.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't drink coffee. So for like, it's not really a drink, but I've kind of replaced when I have the time. I've replaced bulletproof coffee or any sort of that sort of stuff with chicken soup.
Oh yeah.
So I'll make like stock, brown broth, celery, and all the little veggies or whatever, and chicken, shredded chicken, and then make sure it's thigh chicken, or the dark meat. And load it with as much butter and fatness and all its goodness as I can, salt even.
Oh yeah.
And then reheat it every morning and sort of big pot in the fridge and then go for it. Just little scoopfuls every morning.
That's awesome.
That's how I do it. But
yeah, it's like my my butter broth stuff I use. That I just put those
But
bouillon.
I don't really do it until about lunchtime anyway. So because I'm fasting until midday.
Yeah.
So I don't have the soup until later.
Now I do my fasting on my days that I work, but I don't do it on days that I'm off. I just
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah, like, and I've seen where some people suggest that when you do the intermittent fasting, that you actually do it intermittently, that you don't do it consistently every single day, 7 days a week. That that I believe there is some benefit to only doing it certain days, and I guess it so far it's been working for me. I'm down 22 pounds since I started this 50 days ago. So, granted, 50 days, 22 pounds, that's not a lot, but it's not bad. I'm okay with it.
It's good. No, it's good. Slow and steady.
Yeah, yeah. So I could see it in my neck. My neck is starting to get...
Lean it out.
Yeah, it's starting to get crazy. Yeah, so let's see, where are we at? Yeah, MCT oil. So some people use heavy whipping cream. And I guess you remember that Amy Smith girl I do the Wednesdays with?
Okay, cool.
I do the live Wednesdays with her. She says that she doesn't do heavy whipping cream because it stalls her out on weight loss. So that might be something. See, I'm not a big heavy whipping cream person, so I don't really put it in my coffee.
Maybe it's just the type that she's using. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Sure, she's using good stuff.
Yeah, but and the point is that everybody's going to be kind of a little bit different in certain things. But like I've heard that whole line where they say, "Hey, the keto diet isn't for everybody." And I'm like, yeah, it kind of is. It's got the science behind it, you know. It's the science that actually proves that. And like I've had that argument before, and they're like, "Well, no, not everybody's the same." We're like, "Okay, all right. Now the DNA of a mouse is very close to ours. The DNA of a banana is pretty close to ours. But the differences are not going to be that much that a scientifically proven way of eating is going to not work for somebody as it is going to be for another. Granted, there's going to be that one or two people out there that are, you know, weird, and it's just not going to work. But it's the way the body processes energy, the way it utilizes energy sources. It's not different for everybody. It's the same. You know, the only people that are really saying, well, it doesn't work for anybody is the guy that doesn't want to give up his beer, doesn't want to give up his pizza. You know, yeah, you're right. You're right. It's working for you.
It's not for me. I couldn't give up me toast.
Yeah, I couldn't give up me toast. Oh, man. So back to our coffee. So what I do, I've had people ask me, and like, I get this look on my face all the time when they go, well, why do you put an egg in it? And I was like, it's kind of a good question, but it's kind of silly. It's because it's protein, you know? And people, like, I suggested it, and and I said, you know what? Challenge yourself. Just try it. Everybody pretty much on keto does coffee, except for those crazy Australian people that get sick all the time, who probably should be on, you know, maybe you should be doing the bulletproof coffee. But if, like, what it does is the protein helps with added protein, for one. It helps with, you know, keeping your hunger cravings down. Like, protein in general, keep you less hungry throughout the day. You know what I mean? So if you're one of these people that is eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all right? Now, I'm not saying this is good for people to fast longer. I'm saying it's good for the people that want to make sure they're not snacking in between meals. So it's a great way to get you to stop snacking because that protein will actually help you stay fuller longer, and that's what it does.
There's some of the fat content as well,
Yep,
make you stay
yeah.
full and satiated longer.
Right. So the fat, the protein, all that in combination will actually keep you from craving something in between your meals. So it allows you to get to that next meal, which we know the longer you can give those gaps in without snacking or something, and you keep that insulin down, the more beneficial the keto diet's going to be for you. So
Yeah. It also helps you hit those magic numbers, magic macro numbers as well.
macro numbers, yep. And like with like Tristan was saying, Tristan from Primal Edge Health, he's not afraid of protein, and he wants people to not be afraid of protein. And I'm not. I'm not afraid of it. I've told people time and time again to if you're going to do the keto diet, make sure you get most of your fats from animal fats. And I don't know if you've noticed, the number one thing I always say, it's animal fats. Go with the animal fats. Now, he's not a keto coffee kind of guy. He's not all for that. But I'm like, you know what? If you have a way to get in some of your fats, yeah, he's not a big boy yet. So he's right there with you. But if you have a way to get in some fats, why not? You know what I mean? It is a high-fat diet, and a lot of people aren't getting enough fats in. You know, they're eating that salad, and they're putting a couple of tablespoons of oil on their salad. And some of them might be eating a little bit of bacon and eggs, but they're not getting enough fats in the day. So they're wondering why their diet is just stalling out. It's because you've taken away two sources of energy, which would have been like your sugars and your carbs, and now your body doesn't create that glycogen for the energy. So now it says, okay, I'm going to switch over to fats, and I'm going to start utilizing some of this fat. But then you also started reducing your fats. So now your body's like, hold on, you took away my you took away my sugar and glycogen, and now you're taking away my fats. So what? I'm confused. Yeah. So that's why I say to boost up the fats a little bit, get your body pumping and wanting those fats, and then I say reduce it down. Once you become more fat adapted, reduce it down a little bit. Let your body start utilizing that fat that you have stored on your body, and that's where it's really going to kick in. So we have about the same idea. It's just we have a little difference in approach, so which isn't bad. And there's people out there that support the higher fat. There's people out there that support the lower fat. He's not low fat. I don't want people to think he's low fat. He's definitely not. We're dropping people. Are we connected? I think we are, right? You still see us, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, we're down to 7 people. We dropped. Oh no, we just went to 8. Yeah, come this
again.
Oh, it's that Australian curse. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Don't do that.
I shouldn't kiss filthy Kiwi girls.
Anyway, so if anybody has any questions on Bulletproof Coffee, I'd really love to hear them. Martha Miranda said she loves the egg in her coffee. I don't know who else has even tried it. I just told, my kid just told me about the banana DNA. Oh, yeah. Yep. Banana. Did you know banana DNA is like similar to ours?
No, I avidly avoid bananas as well.
Yes, well, I do too. What?
Disgusting.
In reality, the DNA of a banana is very similar to the DNA of a human being. Who would have thought?
I'm gonna leave that one.
Yeah, I know.
All I've got through thoughts.
Let's see. We don't really have any questions.
Well, if you don't like the taste of coffee, like I've tried chai lattes and green tea with butter in it. They're not that great.
Do you put stevia? What about stevia? Do you ever try it with stevia?
Yeah, I've tried it with stevia in it, erythritol as well, but
just not doing it for you, huh?
Not a fan.
Wow. And flavored coffee, you gave that a shot?
Yeah, I tried like hot chocolates and like
no, not hot chocolate. Hot chocolate's hot chocolate. You got to try it. Like the one coffee I like the most, besides the hazelnut, is Banana Foster. It's these little Keurig cups that are Banana Foster ones, and they're pretty good. So yeah. But as far as that, like you can almost bulletproof anything if you wanted to. You could bulletproof tea. You could bulletproof your soup. You could bulletproof coffee. You could, it's up to you. But
Yeah.
I think it's a good way for people to get those fats in and get the body boosted and getting it ready to go. Because fat
Definitely.
will, it'll keep your hungers down, and it'll keep you wanting, stay on this diet. Because if you go onto
Yeah.
a diet and all you are is hungry, yeah, you're never going to be able to finish a diet. So I do like that the keto diet keeps people from just like going crazy and just killing themselves on food and get
Yeah.
hangry, Like my wife
That's
gets
it.
hangry. She does. Like that angry hunger feeling. She gets that
Yeah.
way. And,
Well, yeah, and I guess that's like an easy, like bulletproof coffee. Coffee is an easy way to
yeah,
get it, get your morning started, and not even start those cravings before like other foods or whatever.
yeah,
So you have that fat in the morning, and then you don't want any other stuff because you're already satiated.
right. And we were talking about this on Facebook the
Keeps
other
you on
day.
track.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It keeps you on track but here's the thing: on my days that I'm fasting, I'm never hungry. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I don't know that I've been hungry in 4 years. I can't honestly. I can't like. I remember when I was on the carb diet and working out and stuff, and you get that feeling. You're like, oh, I'm so weak. I feel so weak. Like I'm ready to. My legs are feeling weird, and I just need to eat. And you get that feeling. I don't get
Yeah,
that. I
every
don't
three
get.
hours.
Yeah. And I don't get it. Honestly, I don't get that feeling at all anymore. And people are like,
Yeah.
it is what it is. So are K
Sure.
cups good on keto? Absolutely. K cups are fine. It's just coffee. So all you're doing is you're just getting your coffee through that. I have protein coffee cups, the little key cups that come with 10 grams of protein. Those
Yeah.
things are overpriced though. So that's why I came up with the egg. I was looking at it. I was like,
Yeah.
what if I added an egg to my coffee like Rocky or something? So I was
Yeah.
like,
I've seen people use those like unsweetened protein shakes as well, but I haven't tried that one.
the problem I have with a protein shake mix being added to coffee, for one, it might like, I don't know, thicken it somehow. But whey protein, that's going to spike your insulin. People don't realize it,
Mm.
but whey protein will spike your insulin. So if you're worried about spiking insulin, that's what whey protein will do. So
Been steering clear of that stuff
yeah,
anyway.
yeah. Somebody was talking about this, the knockout your carb bar. Have you heard of that energy bar?
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Have you ever heard of Goody Beats?
Yeah.
Yeah. He did a review on it today. I think it was today, and the review on that protein bar, it's pretty good. Like it has
Yeah.
1 gram of sugar, which isn't bad, okay, and it has 29 grams of fat, and it has 20 grams of protein. So, and when he opened it up, it was all oily and stuff, and like he held the bar out, and it just started to do this, just started to droop. So it wasn't like those crispy, regular, hard rock protein bars,
Yeah.
and it looked like you could
Teeth.
see if you're at home and you have the ability to do it. It's probably best if it's something like, say, you're on a road trip and you need to go, and you're traveling and there's just nowhere to eat keto. Like for me, we're going to Kansas this week. So we're gonna fly out. We're gonna go to New York. We're gonna fly out, go to Kansas, avoid all the tornadoes. Kansas is like Tornado Valley, or Alley, or
Is
whatever
it?
they call it. Yeah, there's tornadoes everywhere over there, and it's like we're right in the heart of tornado season. So I'm like, that's great, And like the Wizard of Oz. You've heard of the
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz, right? And they talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
the tornado that lifted their house, well, that's Kansas. That's why they
Yeah.
did the story in Kansas, because tornadoes are believable there. So we're gonna head there, and and I ordered some of those bars online, so I'm gonna get
I'm looking forward to the video of going gonzo keto in a hurricane or whatever it is.
in a
Keto in a tornado.
Yeah, tornado. That'd be funny, right? I'll be like spinning around. Hey, and then my bulletproof butter broth. I wanted to talk about that because I add so much salt, and a lot of people think that their energy levels are down because of this or because of that, because they don't have enough fat or they don't have enough protein or something like that. And
Electrolytes.
yeah, it's probably your electrolytes, like your salt. So I always get my salt in with my basically it's a bulletproof kind of electrolyte drink, and it's just the two bouillon cubes, the two things of butter, two things of hot
Yeah.
water, and I just blend it up. Same way I would blend up my coffee.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I get my salt in through my chicken soup.
Chicken soup. Now, yeah, you're right. It is probably best if I did like bone broth or something like that. Bone broth will really help you out with electrolytes. It helps you out with weight loss.
Yeah.
It really makes a difference. So, but a lot of people can't drink the bone broth. Like, like when I first started, we had the
It's a bit much for 'em.
yeah, we had a crock pot, and we went and got these bones from the supermarket, and the bones were pretty big meat bones, you know, and there's nothing on them but the bone and scraps of meat, like a vulture got it or something. So I put it in the pot, and what it does is it just sits there and boils for like, I don't know, it pulls all the bone marrow out, and then all this nastiness is all over the top, and I'm just looking at it, and I'm like,
Good stuff.
yeah, and I waited days. You know, I watched it cook over for days and days, and I was just looking at it, and I was like, I can't do it. I couldn't do it. So now I buy like the little box drinks of organic bone broth, and that's the only way I can do
It's
it.
better than the homemade stuff. Yeah.
If I don't see it, I'm okay. I don't even look. I just pour it in, and I just mix it with my veggies and blend it up. So that's how I get my bone broth. Yeah. Yeah, because that's my other one. My other one is I take all my vegetables, I throw them in my little mixer bowl thing, my mixer tin, and I throw some bone broth and lemon juice and whatever else I could fit in that thing. Cod liver oil, yeah, and I blend the crap out of that. MCT oil, I put that in there.
Is MCT oil part of your green sludge one as well?
It can be. You can do whatever you want with it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Put an egg in it.
My green sludge. Yeah, my lawnmower.
Is that what you called it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, people are making fun of it, but you know what? Cleans out the liver, makes you a happy person. And when the gut is happy, which is what the keto diet does, it'll fix your gut, it'll fix your liver, it'll fix your gallbladder. It does a lot of things, the keto diet. And when you start functioning properly and all those organs come back to life, you're going to start processing that fat off your body too. A lot of people are stalled out from that beginning. You know, you lose those carbohydrates in the beginning that we talked about in the other episodes, and you just stop. And they're like, why am I not losing any weight? Well, there's a lot of things that probably have to get fixed inside you first.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the thing.
Yeah, because
someone said to me the other week, because my progress for my weight loss is pretty slow at the moment. Like it's going like a couple of 100 grams here and there. And I was getting pretty frustrated with it, but someone said the other day, like imagine how long you've been obese, or imagine how long you've been overweight, and you can't fix that in 1 year or 2 years, or like it's going to take a long while to undo all of the damage that you've done to yourself. So
that's it.
Don't expect keto to just, within weeks.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Change your life.
Yeah. I wore a shirt yesterday to training. And one of the guys that just started keto, or he's getting ready to start it. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but it says ketogenic down the center of it. Oh, by the way, here's the shirt of the day. Keto coffee. It said ketogenic. And then it had different foods that would make up those letters. You know, I think some people saw it yesterday. And it's like bacon, coffee, avocado. It lists all these foods. And I could see the guys from across the room, like we had to do the training, and they're all looking at my shirt and they're all talking and they're all like, and he's like, oh yeah, and I can hear him, that's the foods that I could eat. It's like a grocery shopping list, you know? So I just held the shirt like this and they're all looking at it. And then I had some people coming up later and they're like, so what is this? I never heard of the ketogenic diet. So I explained it to them and they're like, oh yeah, oh wait, that's the diet where you don't have any energy. And I was like, no, that's not true. Like,
give it a go.
Yeah. So that's why I really like the idea that we were doing this one on energy, I don't require this stuff. I don't require coffee. I don't feel that low, you know. I don't feel that loss of energy.
Yeah.
Where I guarantee those guys have to eat something every day. Like I was there at training and I didn't eat anything because it was my work day, and I could have brought food in, but I just preferred not to.
Yeah, sure.
I just decided to fast, and I was
Yeah.
fine. I didn't need any. Wasn't hungry. Wasn't low in energy. I just don't get that way. And I'm watching these people eat, and they're eating subs like this big, you know, like just
A foot longs.
yeah, and it's carb after carb after carb, and then big bags of chips, and
Yeah,
I just wish that people understood the diet more. You know what I mean? I just,
definitely.
it's just so much brainwashing out there. Oh yeah, that's that diet. And then they were like, oh yeah, that Atkins guy, he died on that. And I was like, no, he
Not the
he
same.
he, he slipped on the
Yeah.
ice. He slipped on ice.
Yeah, someone asked me, "Oh, what happens when you go off the diet? Like, do you just put on all? That's one of those diets where you just put on back on all the weight as soon as you stop. I don't know why you're stopping.
Any way of eating, if you convert back to the way that made you fat, it's
If
going to
you
make
go
you
back to
fat again.
burgers and chips, yeah, you're going to
Yeah.
put on weight.
Yeah, you're going to put fat back on. So if you were fat when you started because of the diet you were on, and then you switched to a keto diet, yeah, you're going to lose the weight and stuff. And if you switch back, yep, you're going to gain weight back. It's what happened. It's why you gain weight is by following the standard American diet that we just decided to kill the world with, and it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and
Right.
ironically, do you know who has the highest blood pressure as far as nutrition goes? What country? What's the
No
country
idea.
with the worst diabetes? I think it's diabetes. Yeah, the worst diabetes in the world.
No idea.
Guess what? Take one
Australia.
guess. No,
Australia.
it's not Australia
America.
or the United States. It's Saudi Arabia.
China.
Saudi Arabia. I was like, what? Really? It's like, I don't know. Who knows? It's like maybe it was some sort of warfare that we did. We said, hey, let's tell them about this diet. And then the whole world thought, oh, that's a diet? Let's try it. And now the whole world's sick, you know? So,
Carbohydrate warfare.
that's right, carbohydrate warfare. But and it's like McDonald's. They're showing up everywhere. They're like, McDonald's are everywhere. They used to only be in the United States, and now I guess Russia has them and everybody else. What, they
Yeah.
sell,
I guess that's why you'd probably see Saudi Arabia with the biggest diabetes outbreak or whatever, because they're not used to, like, they're physically not used to that food.
yeah,
So their bodies just don't know how to deal with it. Like, you see it a lot with like indigenous cultures as well, especially in Australia, the Aboriginals
yeah.
are prone to diabetes and heart disease and stuff, just because their bodies are not built for carbohydrates and sugar.
I was just watching a documentary on Aborigines in Australia, and it was part of that the Magic Pill. I think that's what it was on, right? Did you see the movie The Magic Pill yet? There's even people out there that are the keto community that's doing these reviews on The Magic Pill, which is a movie about, it's a documentary that's on Netflix right now. If you haven't seen it, it's a really good one to see. And they go into the Aborigine community and they start talking to them, and these people are willing to do basically something like a keto diet for about 3 months, and they show, like, they say, all my friends are dying, and we're getting fatter, and we're just getting very unhealthy. And when they showed pictures of their relatives and their fathers and their grandfathers, and you just see the muscularity and the definition in them, and now you look at them and they're wearing Nike T-shirts and they're fat. It's like, not that Nike and fat came together at the same time, but the introduction to the West. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I guess,
definitely.
yeah. Like, I watched so many seminars about indigenous people across the United States and how they met these people, and they looked at them. Like, there was Lewis and Clark, which are two very famous explorers from the United States history. They went across the United States doing this, you know, kind of exploration kind of quest to the west, and they ran into these people that were just amazing to them, right? It was these indigenous people that hadn't been corrupted by the West. They did not eat carbohydrates. They were pretty much meat, fats, and that's it. They had occasional fruits and occasional greens. And he said he wanted, like they asked them, they said, please go meet our president, who was the leader of our people, and introduce yourselves, because he would be very interested to meet you guys. And in reality, and they did. They came out, they met Thomas Jefferson. That's who the president was at the time. And he's our third president in our history. So this is back in the early 1800s, late 1700s, right in that area. And he has a letter that he wrote about these people. And it said that he was so impressed by their like they were the epitome of what a man should look like, according to him. Now, he was one of our tallest presidents. I think he was 6'2" or something like that. He was one of our taller presidents, and tall for his time. You know, back then, I don't know that they were that tall. But I guess these guys were like 7 foot tall. Like that's how they were described. And somebody drew a picture of them, like this artist, I guess. And this is all in the, I think a lot, like if you look at some of these seminars for the ketogenic diet, he really gives this history, and he shows these pictures of the like an artist drew their pictures. They're in their, you know, they're all their ornamental stuff, you know, but the size of these men was just gigantic. And they said, well, why did you draw their muscles so big and their heads so small? You know, they were like, did you disproportion them on purpose? And he said, this is what all the men look like. He's like, they're just monstrous men. They're just, they're just giant men, like well over 6'6", the majority of the men. They were just taller. They were just muscular. They were just like, he said there wasn't any fat on these men. They were just giant monsters. And he said it just wasn't one or two. It was like the whole clan of people that he ran into. That's why he said you need to go meet our leader, our president. And you know, and Thomas Jefferson wrote a letter saying that he thought these were the biggest, most impressive men he's ever met in his life. So, and then of course the West got to them, and we introduced them to bad food, and now they literally started to reduce in size, and now who knows what happened to them?
Sure.
You know,
so maybe the Aboriginal, like the Australian Aboriginals, like the amount of trauma the Western world has already inflicted on those people, and then they go ahead and also introduce them to carbs and sugar and literally ruin them for even more generations to come.
It's awful.
The stolen generation, and they stole kids from their mums and all that sort of stuff when we first got here, and the whites first got here or whatever.
Yeah, I watched Quigley Down Under. I saw it.
Man.
You ever watch Quigley Down Under?
Quickly Down Under?
Yeah. No. You never saw that? Go to YouTube. No. Go to YouTube. It's Tom Selleck movie. It's about Australia. It's about...
I live here. I already know.
Yeah, well, it was like he was a sharpshooter. He was like this super sharpshooter from the West, and this Australian farmer wanted to get rid of the Aborigines on his farm, so he literally hired him. He thought he was coming out to kill like animals, you know, like bad animals, but the guy wanted him to kill Aborigines, and Tom Selleck, being the nice guy that he is, and he fought that. He was like, no, hell no, I'm not doing that shit. So the whole movie's about him defying this guy, and then now this guy's trying to kill him, and you gotta watch it. Quigley Down Under. It's a great movie. Yeah.
I know what to watch.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you would actually enjoy it. It's really good. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
We got so far off track.
Yeah, I know. How'd we get there? Thinking Netflix and the magic pill. So back to the magic pill. If you want to watch a really good movie on the ketogenic diet, watch the movie called The Magic Pill. It's on Netflix right now. I think I watched the majority of it. I haven't seen it all, so I'm gonna finish watching the rest of it. I'm gonna see how it turns out for those Aborigines that you guys are destroying over there. So yeah, well,
Definitely.
yeah, it's our fault. We make everybody buy into our diet. All right.
Make matters too tasty.
Yeah.
So read some of these questions. I guess we got.
Yeah.
A
Let's
few
look
here.
at some of these.
Amanda says, what number range is optimal to look for on my Keto Mojo?
Oh, the optimal is 0.5. If you have the Keto Mojo, if you have a glucometer that tests for ketones, 0.5. That's all it is. There is no benefit above 0.5 as far as weight loss people are going. Maybe medical, it has a little bit difference. See you, Jason. Thanks for coming. He had to go.
See you, brother.
But literally 0.5, you're in ketosis. That's it. Okay. And like I said, ketosis doesn't always mean that you're fat adapted, but it's a good indicator that you are definitely either you are fat adapted or you're on your way. So, like I don't really test as much anymore. I tested probably 5, 6, 7 times a day for a while. I know it's obsessive compulsive. Hey, look, you're dark.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, you're dark this time. Look how dark you are.
So the sun's coming up.
Yeah, yeah. So, like I would test all the time. And then the way I looked at it, I was looking at it like, okay, I'm in ketosis and I'm also testing my sugar. And if my sugar was constantly under 100, which is what you want to be on sugar, you want to be under 100, or like for you guys, your A1C is like what, 5.6 or 5.4? Do you know?
Yeah, our blood sugar. Yeah, the glycometers and stuff measure it differently. So it's like in millimoles. So our perfect range for blood sugar is like between 4 and 7 millimoles. It's like the normal range. Yeah, so the lower end of that scale.
Yeah, I think you're like either 5.4 or 5.6, and the United States is the only one that goes by the other one.
That'd be a good A1C. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I suggest for people that use the American one, it's under 100. And that's where you want to be, and it's 0.5 on the ketones. So I was constantly like I would usually hit 1.8, 1.9, and that's fine. You know, I don't like flirting with that 0.5, but Steve, so as long as you're under 100, you're okay. Absolutely, Cindy Brown, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. And like, if you want to watch some of these ketogenic seminars that are online, they're a good watch on YouTube. Like they have so many guest speakers at some of these big, giant conventions that they have. And those guys they will fill your brain with so much good information. Spivey, that's pretty low, 4.5. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, you need to
1.0. That's perfect.
Cindy Brown said she hasn't been over 100 since Christmas, and that is awesome. And that's what you want. Yeah. Like I've sat there and listened to people, and and they go, oh, 110. That's not bad. And I'm like, oh, it kind of is bad. And like these doctors, I can't remember the exact numbers, but they explain it. They're like, for every point that you're over 100, you're pushing it. You know, I mean, there's a percentage of you that it's pushing towards the stroke and the heart attacks and all the bad health. And that's awful.
Yeah.
You know, and like my whole goal was to get under 100. And I think when I started, I was at 164 or 162, something like that. And I was like, nobody told me. You know what I mean? I didn't know. And now I'm under 100 all the time. You know, it's just weird. So I knew I was under 100, so I knew my body wasn't producing any glucose or glycogen. It wasn't creating any glycogen. So, and I knew my ketones were up. So my body, when it needed energy, all ketones. So it was going to ketones. So when I put those two together, I'm checking my sugar in the morning. I'm checking my ketones. Then I would eat. I would check my glucose and I would check my ketones. And then I would eat later on and I would check my glucose and I would check my ketones because I was obsessive compulsive like that. But I did it because I want to know the science behind everything. And I wanted to know, can I actually test and see if I'm keto adapted or if I'm fat adapted? And I can't say that that's the guaranteed test, but I could tell you what, if my sugar is never up and my ketones are always good, then that to me indicated that I was fat adapted. And then I maintained that for months and months and months and months. And now if I eat some carbohydrates, I don't even pop out of ketosis anymore. Like I'm literally in ketosis all the time, 24/7, 7 days a week, all the time. You know,
Awesome.
I don't cheat. I don't have anything. Like tonight is date night with the wife. We're getting ready to go out. So yeah, and we found a restaurant called Harvest, which is around here. I guess they're getting bigger in other places, but Harvest it's a restaurant that it gets healthy foods from local farmers, and it indicates where that farm is and what kind of food it is, if it's grass-fed animal meat and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, which is really cool. And it's a big restaurant. You know, it's not like it's a small little, you know, mom and pop place. It's a big franchise, and they're really. I think it's going to do well. So we'll do that. We'll go see a movie. We'll hang out. It's
Nice.
date. Yeah,
That's good.
Date night. You need that.
Nah,
Yeah.
definitely.
You need some sleep. You need to go to the doctor. You need to get your fluids. Get your fluids
I
in.
want to go do this first aid course. And
Where are you?
Spread some.
Where are you? I don't even see you.
Too bad.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. There he is.
Yeah,
You got to do the
we
first
gotta do
aid
this
course.
first aid course and give my black lung to.
Yeah. When you go in there,
Dummy.
just start coughing and see what they tell you. They'll be like, you know
Take
what?
me home.
Yeah, you're all right. You know, we're all going to need first aid if you stay, you know. I'm telling you, just start coughing the whole time. Interrupt the instructor and just start hacking away. I'm telling you. And you just be like, no, I'm okay. You know, I'm okay. They'll be like, Matt, please go home. Go home, Matt. No, I want to stay. I want to waste a Saturday.
Last time we had to, yeah.
I want to be here and waste a Saturday.
2 hours, I'll never get back.
I know, yeah. Well, at least it's only 2 hours. All right,
Yeah.
I'm going
I'll
off to
start
date
tongue
night.
kissing the
Yeah,
models.
I'm going off to date night.
Killing it.
Yeah,
Sorry we got so off track, everybody.
yeah, but
Common theme with us.
it's fine. We're here just to have fun, do keto, you know.
Yeah.
Learn a little bit about keto and have fun.
Did you have a big announcement or something? Or
yeah.
You said there was an announcement and then didn't tell me about it.
I still have to wait till tomorrow. I want to make sure that it solidifies to what I want it to do. You know what I mean? So
True.
tomorrow, look for that announcement. I'm pretty sure it'll happen tomorrow. So
Cool.
while you're asleep, probably. Yeah, you're 14 hours ahead of me or something like that. All right.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody for showing up and hanging out with us, and hopefully y'all don't get sick from Matt. Hope you don't catch that. And hopefully next week he's feeling better, and I guess we'll know by Wednesday when he actually makes a real video for Blubber Sphere, and just stops. You know, I think he's made a total of 2 minutes and 20 seconds in 2 videos. Yeah.
The first one was because I was angry, and the second one was because I nearly coughed up a lung.
The keto god struck you down for that angry video. Yeah, they retaliated on you. All right, guys, we want to thank everybody for showing up. Spivey, everybody, Martha Miranda, Amanda Fitzgerald, who got by the way, she won the Keto Mojo glucometer and a book by Dr. Barry. And we are trying to get Dr. Barry on the Keto Diet Going Gonzo Facebook again. So we're working on that. We're trying to really pressure him on that. That's not the special announcement, but it will be when he does.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. And
see you guys.
Look at Spivey. He's at 70 and used to be Cindy. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just reading some of these things. All right, guys. Thank you. We'll see you guys next week on this. Tell your friends, because we need more than 7 or 8 people. We need like 20 people. And if you haven't already, hit a thumbs up on this. Share this video if you can. Tell people about it. we're just here to have fun and to learn keto. That's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to make keto an easier thing, because I see so many people stressed out over keto. They're stressing over their numbers. They're stressing over what foods, what macros. Just enjoy it. Have some fun.
Stressing over the numbers.
When you have fun, you'll lose weight. Trust me, you will. The stress goes away and the weight comes off.
Stop paying attention to all the numbers and pay more attention to what your body's doing and how you're feeling.
That's it. Yeah. All right, guys. Matt, thanks for hanging out.
Party on. Thank you.
All right, buddy. We'll see you later. See you guys.